Hello and welcome. I am Mara Cepeda. This is your 6 p.m. wrap. Police Chief Ronald Dela Rosa says drug dealers are killing each other. This comes after a recent spike of drug users and pushers allegedly killed in police operations or summary executions. Citing information from those who've surrendered, Dela Rosa explains drug syndicates themselves are killing their distributors, supposedly because the campaign against drugs prevented pushers from remitting money.
Alam mo, for all you know, itong drug syndicate ngayon, marami na ngayon they're killing each other.
The PNP says it is acting in line with President Rodrigo Duterte's promise to suppress crime within 3 to 6 months. Senator Laila de Lima files a resolution urging the Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights to investigate the killings. In a resolution released Thursday, de Lima says, quote, extrajudicial or summary killing is homicide. More than 100 died in what the PNP calls legitimate anti-drugs operations in the country. Budget Secretary Benjamin Diokno says President Rodrigo Duterte is eyeing bilateral talks with China. This after the release of the Hague ruling rejecting China's claim over a major area in the West Philippine Sea or South China Sea. Diokno says Duterte wants the cabinet to be magnanimous in victory. Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre confirms bilateral talks were discussed during a cabinet meeting an hour after the Hague ruling. Aguirre says, quote, we have to talk with China. We could not avoid it. But presidential spokesman Ernesto Abella says the palace has no official word on the possibility of bilateral talks with China. Duterte has long been vocal about his openness to bilateral negotiations with China, a track Beijing prefers to multilateral talks involving countries like the United States, Japan, and Australia. The Office of the Ombudsman files criminal charges against former Vice President Jejomar Binay over the alleged overpricing of Makati City Building 2 Wednesday. Binay faces charges of graft, falsification of documents, and violation of the Government Procurement Act before the Sandigan Bayan. Corruption allegations during his time as Makati Mayor hounded Binay leading to the 2016 elections. Binay spokesman Joey Salgado says the former vice president is ready to face his accusers in an impartial hearing. Follow Rappler.com for continuing updates. A commission and audit report shows 6.39 billion pesos in transactions under the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program or 4Ps remain unliquidated as of December 2015. The Philippines' flagship anti-poverty program's budget in 2015 was 62.3 billion pesos. Under the Memorandum of Agreement between Land Bank and the Social Welfare Department, Land Bank will submit liquidation documents within 5 days from the last date of the scheduled payout. The total unliquidated amount includes 3.322 billion pesos in transactions from 2008 to 2014. COA says even with these problems, millions of poor families benefited from the program. New British Prime Minister Theresa May names more members of her cabinet. Apart from nominating Brexit campaign figurehead Boris Johnson as Foreign Secretary, May also appointed David Davis as Brexit negotiator and Liam Fox as International Trade Minister. May has yet to name new ministers in charge of the important health, education, Scotland, work, and business briefs. May replaced David Cameron, who resigned July 13 following the referendum in which the UK voted to leave the EU. It sparked political turmoil and volatility in the financial markets. That's your 6 p.m. wrap. Watch our updates daily at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I'm Mara Cepeda. Remember, tomorrow begins today.